Hi, guys. Welcome to the TOWTalk podcast. My name is Denise. I'm here with my buddy Neil, and this is December 28th. So we're right in between Christmas and New Year's. And so we're going to go over a couple of local things happening. First of all, January 1st is Inauguration Day here in the town. So if you want to attend the inaugurations of the town board, that's going to be held at the town hall, right? Do they do that indoors or outdoors? I just want to know how
Indoors.
to dress. Yes,
Indoors.
indoors. Indoors. We're gonna be warm. Is this a formal thing? Do we need to be in suits, or can we be dressed anyway?
Dress any way you want. I think I may wear
Perfect.
this sweatshirt.
Oh, wait. Show everybody your sweatshirt. Look, because you can't see it on camera. Are you fucking kidding me? I say that every single day. Are you fucking
Every
kidding me?
day.
What's happened now? What's happened now? Oh my God. The crazy shit that's been going on this week, this holiday week, is just, are you fucking kidding me? I swear I say it every day. I mean, what do we do?
It's
We're bombing countries left and right. Didn't even know that. Woke up to Merry Christmas. We're bombing you. Was that was Nigeria and
Nigeria, Venezuela, and some other country. We bombed
I,
like 3
y-
countries.
like
But
great.
I just want to point out with my I have a T-shirt that says the exact same thing that I wore during the summer, and it was so funny because I would go to the store and people would be like, "Oh man, I say that every day," and a lot of times you don't even like. I don't know about you, but like a lot of times you don't even know what you're wearing. You know, you don't know like you put on a T-shirt, so I had no idea, and then all of a sudden I looked out and be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
This is. Are you fucking kidding me?
This
This
is
is the
this is
world.
where we are. This is where we
This
are in the world.
this this is where we are. But yep. So definitely come out and support your town board and meet the people that are going to be representing this town. Show your support, or at least talk to them. Start asking questions. Always, we want to be engaged. You want to be. We should have been doing it for the past several years, but hey, we weren't there informing you, but we're here now to keep you informed, to let you know you need to be engaged. Come out, meet your representatives, talk to them, ask your questions, and this way you find out what's going on. So
And
what
the
do you think,
county
Neil?
legislature and the county legislators get sworn in on the 2nd.
Oh, they get
So on
sworn
the
in on the
first,
2nd.
yeah. So on the first it's the town, and then on the second it's the county legislators, and that's at the county building.
Oh, okay. So you could attend both. Now I know
Yep.
that the town starts at 11 a.m.
Yes.
On the first. Okay, so 11 a.m. on the first. I guess arrive early, and you'll get to see that. And I don't know. I don't know what time the county.
County is I think 3 p.m., 2 or 3 p.m.
2 or 3 p.m. All right. I'll
Yeah.
find out. I'll put a note in the comments below so you can get that information. Speaking of comments, before we get into anything else, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Even if we're showing up on your feed, you may not actually be subscribed. The algorithms in YouTube are going to be changing, and so you're going to want to be subscribed so you can continue to get more of our content. It really helps us to build our channel and helps us to bring you even more information as we go into 2026. We plan to be doing more content. It's going to be a big year. It's a big election year, not just for governor, but also for Congress, and even right here in the town. We're going to be doing this whole town board election again in 2026. So it is a big election year, and being subscribed to our channel, liking, sharing, and engaging helps to build us and helps to get our message out to you and others like you. So,
And if you see that subscribe button and you don't subscribe, my answer to you is, are you fucking kidding me? So like and subscribe.
all right. So, what do we want to get into? Some crazy local news, anything going on?
I mean, in various conversations that I've been having with people, it seems that the town may not have any money left in its highway fund, that they may have depleted a lot of their reserves. So it'll be interesting to see what happens come January, what, 2nd, when these guys can actually get in there and get access to the books and see what is actually going on. Um, because this back and forth of we have money, we don't have money, like, it's nonsense. It's such nonsense. It's such nonsense. And I've heard, these guys, they talk about money, but every fund is different. These are different businesses. They have different, goals that they have to have money to fund. As I think I mentioned, there is one big giant capital project that they're looking to do this year. And the town has to, in order to be able to get refunded the grant, they have to be able to spend the money, and if you can't take out a loan, that means you have to have the money in the bank,
And
you
of course, we
know,
can't take out a loan because we don't have a bond
have a bond
rating.
rate, yeah. So,
Yeah.
the I'm gonna say it's really frustrating, right, in the fact that there hasn't been a better, more conducive relationship between those on the board. We get a lot of stuff through a fake Facebook profile, right? Like, I mean, that seems to be where this administration decides to release information, is through a fake, misogynistic, right, racist Facebook account. I mean, I've never seen they've made anti-Semitic comments toward me. They've made misogynistic comments towards the women that have commented on the page. For a page that says that they support women, they put down women more than I've ever seen anybody else ever do. And it's shocking that these people get elected to public office. These people are
Yeah.
in public office. Right?
I
Like,
and
look at what they say and then say, "This is who is in who we've elected." This is what they say. This is what they say privately, that they're unwilling to put their face and their name to. But this is what they say, this is what they believe, right? I have many tapes of them saying this shit, right? It's absolutely disturbing,
Yeah,
absolutely disturbing.
if this is the group that I've been engaging on, I think you're talking
Yes.
about. Yeah, allegedly, a women supported group allegedly run by a woman, or women, to support women living in the town of Wallkill, whatever. And I finally got get because they've come after Kristen, Grizel, and who is the wife of our incoming supervisor, attacking her, bad mouthing her husband, and now attacking me because I jumped in and defended her, and claiming that I support a sexual harasser, or SAR. Hopefully, it doesn't get dinged by YouTube. But anyway, and I finally just said, you know what? And both of us have called out that page is actually run by a man, likely an outgoing councilman. And I just said, you know what? We've called this out several times, and you have yet to deny it, which tells
Here
me that I'm right.
here's the thing. So I served on a board with these people,
Okay.
okay? And we used to get, so, what people don't realize is that your town board administers everything. Like, they are they're supposed to be your financial managers, right? And they're supposed to be your human resources department. So, shockingly enough, right? Like, there are things that come before the board which are very serious matters, okay? In some of those serious matters involve, domestic violence, believe it or not, okay? Because, you know, unfortunately, there are a number of, you know, police, I'm just gonna say it, that get caught up in domestic violence. They have the highest domestic violent
Yeah.
incidences of domestic violence among any profession,
Yeah.
you know, in the United States. And it's really scary and it's really sad. And, I did try to help in this matter, to try to put counselors, in our police department, make sure that we had staff there in case there were incidences and stuff like that. I was overruled every chance I got, right? In fact, when a case would come before the town board, one of the board members, right, would consistently say, not just once, he would say it every time one would come. He would go, "Well, did she deserve it?" And not for nothing, I'm with all guys, and they would all laugh, and I would be like, "Excuse me, that's rude, and we don't talk like that." you know? And these guys, every time they would say it, these guys didn't give a shit about anybody but themselves, right? At the end of the day. And they certainly don't care about women. I'll be the first one to say they certainly don't care about women. Anybody who says, blah, 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 because of this one case had nothing to do with women, women's rights, or harassment. It had to do with keeping myself and the former supervisor out of the accounting and finances of the town.
It
That's
was a
what it had to do
distraction.
with. It was a distraction. Anybody who says anything differently, well, you haven't seen any of the evidence, and all you're doing is listening to the propaganda that these guys are putting out. And that's about to come to an end because they're not going to be there anymore. So you won't be getting propaganda anymore. You'll be getting exactly what's going on. And enough's enough. The first thing that these guys should do is hire an outside investigator to investigate the claim against George. That's what they've set up. Hire somebody. Let's see
Yeah.
if it was appropriate or not. But they don't want to do that because they know what they did was not appropriate and
Right.
not legal. Right. So, it's denied, denied. Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. And then, Frank will come in and likely have to settle it. Right. Because it'll be the insurance company will say, let's settle it because they're going to know that it's going to be bad. Right. And then it's going to end up being a settlement and that
Yeah.
it'll all be end up being bullshit. Right. Because there
Yeah.
won't be any guilt whatsoever that George did anything wrong.
Right. There won't be any accountability because there won't be
Right.
a case. It'll be settled before it
Thank
goes
you.
to court. There
Right.
you go. Because you don't want facts to be released because that's what a trial is about. It's about putting facts out on the table
Right.
and having those facts deliberated out in the open. When you settle, those facts don't come out unless they're released by one or both sides. And that's what happened in Frank's case. They settled before the trial, so Frank never got the opportunity to put forth his side of the story. The public
Frank,
didn't
what
get
about
to hear
me?
that.
What about
Oh,
me?
and
My side
you,
of the
and
story.
you were a
I'm so
witness.
I'm sorry. The story I have is actually very compelling. It's very, very compelling. Right? I wrote a book. More than happy to read that book. I'm happy to share that book with anybody, right? About how badly that investigation was done. You know,
Yeah,
there were, as I said before, right? Ed Diana, the former supervisor of the town, who was convicted, with an IDA scheme and taking bribes through the IDA, right?
and just
We
just let me just say this: if they would do it with the IDA, why wouldn't they do it here in the town with other types of things, right?
but it's just interesting that they blamed Frank, right? The former supervisor Frank Dendanto for things that Supervisor Diana did. And that to me
That's
was just
surprising.
was absolutely wrong, especially since I was so vocal during the Diana, you know, reign, his 2 years in office, um, so vocal about all the things that were happening. Like, all that stuff was documented, and then to have attorneys come in and just, like, be like, "Oh, well, we're not actually gonna look at dates and numbers and all that kinda stuff. We're
We're
just
not
gonna
going to
take
look
it
at facts.
we're not gonna look at facts, we're just gonna look at what the board said," what these 2 board members say, Councilman Johnson and Councilman Valentin. It's bullshit. It's bullshit,
Well,
but
well, looking
either way,
forward,
it's a new year. Right. Looking forward. It's a new year, new regime coming in, and time for these guys to take a back seat and get to the bottom of exactly what's been going on for the last decade or so.
So we are pulling for Frank Dandanto and new councilman Don Salio is going to be joining. Steve Vanella is back. So and then we have Councilman Coyne and Councilman Johnson returning. So hopefully we've got new management in there and we start to get some results, particularly with regard to the finances. So everybody keep pulling for them. And if you can, show up this January 1st, Thursday, at 11 a.m. over here at the town hall for the swearing in ceremony. Hope to see
And
you there.
and and I want everybody to keep an eye on exactly the language that's being used, okay? Because what we heard the last time is asking the accountant for financial information was considered harassment. That isn't considered harassment. That's considered doing your job, okay? So I'm waiting to see if that same scenario plays out again, right? Where they try to claim that asking for financial information, right, is harassment. All I'm gonna say is give me access and I will get everything that these guys need, right? And we don't have to deal with that shit anymore because I know my way around that software system, right? Enough's enough. Enough's
Yeah,
enough. I've certainly had enough. I
I
went
think
out
we
and
all have.
I learned the software system because I was tired of waiting for somebody else to get me shit. Okay. I was tired of waiting for other people, right? And then people turning to me and saying, "We're not gonna give you that." Fuck
Yeah.
you. Fuck you.
Yep. That's
Seriously,
it.
right? It's not yours. You don't own it. You're not entitled to it. It's the public's. And I'm sorry, you foil stuff, you have to answer the foils. Like
Yes.
like I don't understand these people who get into these jobs and say, I'm not going to answer the question. I'm not going to release this information. There's certain internal documents that don't get released, but basic financial information does.
Yes. Yes. So all right. So there you go. That's why I said at the beginning of this session that this is an opportunity before these people go to work to be able to maybe ask questions, get to know them, shake hands, find out who your representatives here in the town are going to be on a personal level, and maybe get some questions answered that you might have going before they get started and create a rapport with them. So if you have questions and concerns that come out throughout the year, you can come in or you can call and you can hopefully get answers. I think you're going to get better answers than you would with the outgoing regime
All
because
I
they
can
weren't
tell
telling you
people
nothing.
all I can tell people is at this point in time, when we are going into a time of financial uncertainty, both individually and businesses. I mean, you have businesses like that that you never thought we're gonna go bankrupt before, right? You have
Yeah.
businesses that are entering bankruptcy that you never would even thought
Yeah.
would ever go into bankruptcy. We have people entering a time of financial uncertainty and are really struggling, right? And you have an entire generation of people graduating college who may never even own a home. Okay. And we're talking about an affordability crisis in all of our communities. Okay. And, you know, you can't even turn around and tell me how much money this town has.
Yeah. So actually, affordability is another topic we are going to get into because
Right.
we've got a little bit more information. So we are going to cover that. Actually, we'll cover that in our next session, which I think. And so we'll end this here, so we keep things nice and tight. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. This is our year. We want to get a big year. We want to get our first 1,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without you folks. So please remember to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click that little bell so you get notified. A reminder, Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. is our live stream. It's a great opportunity for you to interact with us. We usually don't even have a format. We might have a quick topic that we throw out there, or maybe some current events or whatever, but it's a chance for you to come in and engage with us and have some fun. This Tuesday, we will be doing an episode. We're going to be sort of celebrating the year that, okay, maybe not celebrating, but talking about the year that was 2025, and looking forward positively into 2026. So definitely join us this 7 p.m. This Tuesday at 7 p.m. That's December 30th. There'll be there's a link on the channel. There's a link in the TOWTalk Facebook group. Make sure you're following us there as well. And we will see you then. All right. Thanks so much for joining us. All
Peace
right.
out.